History chapter 6 Janapadas and Mahajanapadas. Points to be discussed. 6.1 it means chapter 6 in that point 1 Janapadas. 6.2 Mahajanapadas. 6.3 Rise of the Magadha Empire. Let us see one point each at a time. 6.1 Janapadas. Explanation. Period from 1000 BC. BC means before Christ. So, period from 1000 BC to 600 BC is known as the post-Vedic period. At that time, Janapadas came into force or existence. It means people started knowing about Janapadas. Now let us know what is Janapadas. Janapadas are small states that was spread from Afghanistan to Bengal and Odisha and to Maharashtra. Janapadas were spread in all directions, northwest, south and east. The Janapada called Ashmak took a part of place in Maharashtra. So, Ashmak was named, or Janapada named Ashmak was in Maharashtra. The name of three Janapadas are found in Sanskrit, Pali and Ardha Magadhi literature. We can find the informations even in the Greek history also. Some Janapadas were monarchies, some Janapadas were republics. Meaning of monarchies: it is a type of government. It has a state head. It can either be a king, a queen or an emperor. Meaning of republic: there is no state of head. There is no king, there is no queen, there is no emperor, there is nobody to look after the state. So, this is the meaning of republic. Monarchies: it is a type of government, somebody is there to rule the state. In the republic states, there is nobody to rule the state. Some Janapadas were specially for senior citizens. It was known as Gana Parishad. Some members of Gana Parishad had some work to do. Now, what was that? The members of Gana Parishad did discussions and made decisions regarding administrative issues. Their office where this meeting took place was known as Santaghar. Here one example is given about Gautam Buddha. Gautam Buddha belonged to Shakya Republic. Even in Shakya Republic there was no king to rule the Shakya. Every Janapada had its own coinage. It means every Janapada had their own coins. Coinage, meaning of coinage means it is a coin. Coins are usually issued by the government. So students, I hope this point 6.1 Janapada is clear to you. Let us see the next point, Mahajanapadas. Explanation. What is a Mahajanapada? Some Janapadas, that is small states, slowly began to grow stronger and powerful in their places. Such states or Janapadas were known as Mahajanapadas. At that time, even in the literature, it is mentioned that till 6th century BCE. BC you already know, it is before Christ. BCE means before the Common Era. So till 6th century BCE, 16 Mahajanapadas had got special importance. In the textbook you can see there is no names mentioned about the 16 places, but you can see 4 places mentioned here. They are: first one Kosala, second one Vatsa, third one Avanti, fourth one Magadha. So Kosala, Vatsa, Avanti and Magadha at the time became more powerful and stronger. In the textbook there is a chart of Mahajanapadas. 4 places are mentioned. See, Kosala, Vatsa, Avanti and Magadha. A chart is given here. There is information. I will read it out. First one is Kosala. The Kosala Mahajanapada was located in the foothills of Himalayas in the region of Uttar Pradesh and Nepal. The famous cities of Kosala were Shravasti, Kushavati and Saket. Shravasti was the capital of Kosala. Gautama Buddha had lived in the famous Vihara Jetwan at Shravasti for a long time. The Kosala king Prasenjit was a contemporary of the Buddha and Vardhaman Mahavir. Later, the state of Kosala merged with Magadha. I hope there is nothing to explain in this. Next one, Vatsa. The Mahajanapada Vatsa was located in the region around Prayag, that is Allahabad in Uttar Pradesh. Location is mentioned in every first point. Kosam, the capital of Vatsa, was the ancient city of Kaushambi. In the second point, capital is mentioned. It is an important center for trade. Trading was good at Vatsa. Three extremely rich merchants of Kaushambi had built 3 viharas for Gautama Buddha and his followers. So, viharas means it is a type of temple where you can go and sit and do some meditation. King Udayana was a contemporary of Gautama Buddha. After King Udayana, the state of Vatsa could not maintain its independent existence for long. So, the king of Avanti, Mahajanapada, conquered the state. Next one, Avanti. The ancient kingdom of Avanti was located in the Malwa region of Madhya Pradesh. So, Avanti was situated in MP. Ujjaini, that is today's Ujjain, was its capital. The city was an important trade center. Even in Avanti, trading was good. The king of Avanti, Pradyot, was a contemporary of Gautama Buddha and Vardhaman Mahavir. So, these kings were the ardent follower of Gautama Buddha. During the reign of King Nandivardhan, the state of Avanti was merged into the Magadha empire. So, Kosala was merged with Magadha. Vatsa, there was no king at the end, so the king of Avanti conquered Vatsa, and the Avanti, Mahajanapada Avanti, got merged with Magadha. At the end, Magadha became powerful. Let us know about Magadha. The ancient Mahajanapada of Magadha was spread through the regions of Gaya, Patna in Bihar, and some regions in Bengal. So, Magadha was spread around Gaya, Patna, and some other regions of Bengal. The capital of Magadha was Rajgir. Old name is Rajgriha. The capital of Magadha was Rajgriha, into bracket Rajgir. King Bimbisara's palace was built by the architect Mahagovind. So, who was the king of Magadha empire? King Bimbisara. Who built his palace? Architect Mahagovind. Jivaka, the famous physician, was at the court of Bimbisara. So, who was the physician? Physician means today's doctor. Who was the doctor at King Bimbisara's palace? It was Jivaka. Bimbisara had become a follower of Gautama Buddha. Even King Bimbisara was the follower of Gautama Buddha. So, students, I hope this point is also clear to you. Let us see the next point. 6.3, Rise of Magadha Kingdom. Explanation. In this you will know how was Magadha kingdom established. That is, we are going to see in this paragraph. Once upon a time there was a king named Ajatashatru. His father's name was Bimbisara. Ajatashatru was expanding the Magadha kingdom after his father's death. He was the main king. Magadha empire was under Ajatashatru. He successfully conquered many places in the North India. Magadha began to grow during the rule of Ajatashatru. Ajatashatru was the follower of Gautama Buddha. His father was also the follower of Gautama Buddha. Even he is also the follower. In Ajatashatru's rule, a Buddhist council known as Sangiti, what it is? Sangiti, was held in the Rajgriha. Patligram was the capital of the Magadha empire during Ajatashatru's rule. Later it was renamed as Patliputra. In today's geography, Patliputra comes under Patna city. After Ajatashatru, King Shishunag was the successor. Yes, King Shishunag was the successor of Ajatashatru. He added kingdom of Avanti, Kosala and Vatsa to Magadha. All North India came under Magadha empire. So, students, I hope 6.3, Rise of Magadha kingdom is clear to you. Let us see the Nanda king of Magadha. The Nanda kings of Magadha. Explanation. The Nanda king ruled the Magadha empire between 364 BCE and 324 BCE. BCE means before the common era. They ran a huge administrative system. They had a huge 4-column army of infantry. It includes what? It includes infantry, cavalry, chariots and elephants. So they had 4-column army of infantry, cavalry, chariots and elephants. They were well equipped. The Nanda kings introduced the system of standard weights and measures. King Dhananand was the last king of Nanda dynasty. Dynasty means culture. Magadha had grown up to Punjab. A youth named Chandragupta Maurya defeated King Dhananand and put an end to Nanda regime. Chandragupta Maurya lastly laid the foundation of Maurya Empire. So the chapter gets over. I hope you understood. Thank you.